I think like a lot of times, especially like people who don't know the Lord, like I think from the outside looking in, they think that it's just like this pretty wrapped up gift and bow, and well, they're perfect and they don't ever mess up, and I can't be that or go around that or do that. But I think like especially for tonight, some of the testimonies that they've given, there was anger and hurt and trust issues and drug addiction and all these things that you can pretty much see that it's not like that. It's messy. It's not this wrapped up pretty box and bow. Like God will meet you in your mess. You can't clean yourself up. It's just not possible. Mm-hmm. We can't do anything. There's no well, I'll have the willpower, or well, if I do this, or if I get myself to this point, then I might go to church, or I might, because then people, they're just, they're perfect. We're not. You're not perfect, and we certainly didn't do any of the work that you see in us in ourselves. It came from the Lord, and He met me in my mess. A lot of times too, I know from the outside looking in, there's this kind of ideal that, well, they were all raised in it. I was not raised in it. I was not raised in a godly home. I was not taken to church. I was told that there was a God and that you needed salvation to go to heaven. So I didn't know that much. I never didn't not believe. But I didn't understand anything. And I had a lot of ideas and logic and religion and man-made things kind of like shoved at me and down my throat and stuff. I had a lot of confusion is what it was. Like severe confusion. I had depression, anxiety. I struggled with suicide ideation and thoughts all the time. I was in and out of places to get help for mental problems that the world would label it, and at a very young age, I had to go to counseling at 9. I was placed on medication, antidepressants that they won't prescribe you until you're 18. And I had all that in and out all my life, and I was on and off medication for it, and God met me there. I went to a church camp in 2014. I did not want to go. My friend, Sister Kelly back here, actually, she kept asking and asking and asking, and I just need you to be a chaperone, that's all. And I was just like, I did not want to go. And I was like, all right. And I went there with absolutely no intention of leaving different. I had no intention of that. That wasn't my thing. That wasn't what I knew. I had too much confusion. I did not know who God was. And my ideal of Him was that I was too broken and messed up, and I had to be perfect in order to even come to Him. And I was not that, so I did not think that He could love me or help me. But then I went, and the Spirit of the Lord got out of me, and I was never the same after that. He met me in all my confusion. And it did take a while, because it's really easy to learn a fact, but it's really hard to unlearn that. And it takes God to pull that stuff out of you, things that you've been told that are not of Him, because that stuff gets rooted in your mind and your heart, and it takes the Spirit of the Lord to pull that stuff out. But He met me in my depression, my anxiety, my hurt, my anger, my hatred. I had a lot of anger and stuff built up towards a lot of people from stuff that had happened with me through life. I didn't trust anybody. I didn't talk to anybody. I had this I don't care about anything attitude, and I don't care who you are. I don't care what you have to say to me. I'm not listening. And He met me there lovingly, with no judgment. And it took a long time, but even after years after being saved, a few years after being saved, He was still working on me, but He did it lovingly, and He's humbled me, and He's gave me a lot of revelation on who He truly is, and when He pulls you out of that stuff, it gives others hope, like when they see you, like, well, I used to be like that, and I used to deal like that, and there is hope, and but I just, if anybody is out there listening tonight, and they have any of the scenarios like you've heard tonight, I just hope and pray that that is proof enough for you, and it pricks your heart to let you know that it does not matter, and God does not care where you're at or what state you're in.